Hey everybody, Christian West here. I'm glad that you tuned in to What Would You Do? Welcome to the series of videos where Joe and I ask each other critical questions from the executive protection industry. If you like what you see, click here, like and subscribe. And if you have questions that you want us to answer or try to find a solution to, send them to us via email, text. You can find us on social media. I'm sure you have ideas, or you can post them here and we'll play along and take your question. So, welcome to What Would You Do? Season 2. Yep.
All right, Christian. So another close protection conference. What would you do? So you get contacted by a client. He reaches out and he says, "Hey, you know what? I need some services, EP, RC, the whole bit." And you know this name. Okay. You've heard it before, and it's kind of one of those names that this particular client, a lot of turnover, always working with different companies, and from the reputation is, this person's impossible to satisfy, to keep happy.
Okay.
All right. So what would you do?
Well, it's actually one of my favorite challenges because I'm a big believer in people who need want protection should have protection. People who need protection should have protection, right? And I'm a big believer that not everybody fits with everybody, right?
Yeah.
So when people come to me with something like that, I would, no matter what, listen to the client, right? I would take the meeting, I would go there, I would hear what he had to say. But before I go there, I would, of course, check with my network, right? But I would also, like I bet anything, or when I check with my network, I would try to hear what they have to say, but also be a little critical in their information, right? Sure. Because it's kind of like when you have a team of agents, they're not all equally good, right? Sometimes the client likes somebody, but he doesn't like other people, right? So that's what you have to figure out when you set your team, but it's kind of the same thing you have to figure out with your clients too, right? Yeah. Not every client fits with every security team or every security provider. So do your due diligence, figure out why did they lose this contract if they lost it, but nobody ever tells you that. Right? Nobody ever tells you that I lost this client because my guys weren't that good.
Right.
It's always the client that either was an asshole or he's crazy or whatever, right? And I always, and believe me, I've had my share of this difficult clients.
Yeah.
But it's more about finding the right agents so the client is not difficult anymore, or understanding where the difficulties comes from.
Yeah.
Right? Because people might be eccentric, but not crazy. There's a big difference, right? But it's also setting the expectations with the client. Where does it go wrong? If he comes to me and say, I want protection 24/7 and we travel all the time and we do all of this and blah, 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 but I only want 3 guys. Well, then you know you're going to fail eventually, right? But if he's willing to listen or gradually listen, or you're willing to like put your own inputs on it so it becomes more the flavor of what it is that you do, and he's willing to accept the amount of manpower that's needed, because most problems typically is typically surrounding manpower or personality issues, right?
Yeah.
So if you can fix the personalities, which is probably the hardest,
It's hard, yes.
and you can fix the number of manpower, I think that you would have a good chance, right? So I'll do my own due diligence. I would come to the meeting really, really well prepared, but I would also kind of come to the meeting with some confidence because I didn't have the client yesterday. So if I don't have him tomorrow, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I like that.
A lot of people take anything without being critical, and I've been guilty of that in my previous life. And I know in this stage, with the experience we have today and stuff like that, I'm not afraid of saying no. And I even used to make this joke to my guys that people would fly me around the world because they thought I was a security expert. But whenever I got there, they would tell me what to tell them because they already knew what they wanted.
Right.
So I didn't need to fly there. They could just ask me to get it, right? But that's not the way things should work.
No.
So, So I would probably take the meeting with open mind. I would do my best to satisfy the client, but after I've done my own due diligence, that's probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah, and just focus on managing expectations from that point out. I mean, having everything spelled out.
Yeah.
Having everything literally spelled out. These are the objectives. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
If you know that that's the way this person is, that's going to be the hurdle, is just managing your expectations, right?
Yeah, absolutely.